Last week we celebrated the second anniversary of this channel, and I thought it would be a good opportunity this week to share with you the 10 favorite shop, my 10 favorite shop that we visited together over these last 2 years. And this list is not a ranking. It's simply a list of my favorite yarn shop that I visited over the last 2 years. And I'm going to share with you the reason why. And also at the end, you can tell me if you've been following me for a while or even for shorter, which one is your favorite shop that we visited together, and also which one is your favorite shop in your real life. I would love to know the name of the shop and the location and maybe the country, and that way, if I ever find myself nearby, I can go and visit it also. This is Globanitter, my name is Caroline, and let's get onto this list together. One of my favorite shops is located on Bainbridge Island. It's opposite Seattle in Washington State in the US, and you get there by taking the ferry, and it's very close to the ferry terminal. You can walk, and the reason it's my favorite shop is because of the colors. The name is The Lamb Kid. When I discovered the shop and entered it, I was blown away by the colors. I even made a short about it. And what is special in this shop is the size, and also they only sell their own yarn and spin cycle yarn. So it's only local yarn. They're all locally dyed yarn, and they've knitted so many samples with their own yarn that you can get a lot of inspiration. I love the way they combine the colors, and when I got chatting with the ladies there, they were so welcoming and helped me choose yarn. I made a hat, and I also bought some yarn, and I haven't even started the project yet, but it's in the back of my mind. So the Lemon Kid is on the list. Another of my favorite yarn shop is the Unruly Stitch in Weston, near Boston, in Massachusetts, in the US. And it was such a beautiful discovery of 2026, the first yarn shop I went to visit. And the reason I love it is because it has all these yarns. It's quite big. It's 2 shops in one. And I loved all the samples that Anu knitted, and Anu is the owner of the shop. And the first thing I noticed when I entered the shop was the music in French. So it's like pop from the 60s, 70s. I love it. It turns out she's from Belgium and she speaks French. And I just love this shop. My only regret is that it's so difficult. There's no public transport nearby. I usually take a Lyft or an Uber, and but it's so worth it. So worth it. I love this yarn shop, and it always gives me so much inspiration. Actually, the wool from my very V-neck sweater is from there. It's the wool that she dyes, Anu, in her kitchen, and the inspiration of the very V-neck is from her store. So if you're in the Boston area, I highly recommend this store. Another of my favorite shops is the Golden Needle Arts, located in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. And I love this shop for the community. When I first started going yarn shopping in Las Vegas, I first discovered another yarn store, and also they had a fantastic community there, and that's why I kept going. And then I discovered this shop. And the first shop closed down, unfortunately. So now I think it's the only one left in Las Vegas. Tell me if I'm wrong. But they're always knit together all day long from Monday to Saturday. So I know if I have a layover, I'm always welcome. I can always knit with them. And also Judy, the owner, is a cat lover like me. And she rescues cats. So it's win-win. And they have also beautiful yarn. And beautiful people. So that's another one of my favorite shops, Golden Needle Arts in Las Vegas. As you know, I've been going to Anchorage a lot recently. I don't know why. It's luck of the roster. So not far from the hotel, half an hour walking distance, is Far North Yarn. And I see it as my local yarn store away from home, my Anchorage Alaskan local yarn store. And I always love going there. Kay is the owner. She recently lost her daughter, unfortunately, but she kept the store going and it makes me happy. And she has lots of beautiful yarn. She's great. She gives great advice as well for knitting. It's a fantastic shop and it's always busy. There's always people coming, going. So I feel it's a really nice place to meet people as well if you go to Anchorage. And of course, I also wanted to include my local yarn store, which is in Metepec. It's about 25 minutes from where I live. It's close to City Market. It's a bit more expensive, but I really like going grocery shopping there because they have a lot of foreign products, and you know, I'm French, so I find a lot of French products there. And also it gives me an opportunity to go and visit Magda, who is the shop assistant. And I've kind of become friends with the owner as well. And it's a tiny shop, but it's packed with things, and it's mainly Katia yarns. There's a coffee shop outside, just nearby. Just outside of the store, not outside, it's inside. And in fact, they had the Knit in Public Day there this year. So it's my local yarn shop. And you know, sometimes they deliver to my house. If I WhatsApp them and I say, oh, I'm missing one ball of yarn, they send it to my house. And if I want to order a colorway that they don't have, they say, no problem, let me see if it's available. I can order it, come in 2 days. And very, very fast, very friendly, and I really like going there. Since I work out of Korea, I thought I would include a couple of yarn stores from Seoul. And the first one is a yarn store I've been going to since 2022, since I came back after the pandemic, and it's called Knit Café. When I first used to go there, it was in a different location, and now they moved. They're closer to the Lotte Tower. If you go to Korea, you will know it's one of the landmarks. It's not very far. And it's a beautiful yarn store. The style is more boutique, quiet, nice background music, and they have lots of beautiful yarn. They have La Bien-Aimée from France. They have Spin Cycle yarn. They have a lot of beautiful yarns. So I love going there. The owner is very friendly. She doesn't speak much English, but you know, if you're a knitter, you understand each other. So it's a great store to visit if you're visiting Seoul and you're curious. And another store that I like in Seoul, and I've only been there once when I discovered it, it's Sevy Haus. I went in winter. I think I should go back for another visit because I would love to see it when the weather is a bit better. And it's a store. It's one building and it has several levels, I think 6 or 7. And there's a rooftop that I couldn't visit when I got there because it was winter. And I love the concept. The lower floors are to sell yarn, and the upper floor you can go and knit there, and they have some capsules, and they even sell beverages, tea, coffee, wine, beer, and you have to rent the space. So you go for 2 hours or 1 hour or half a day, but I think it's good. Otherwise, that way you have more movement because I think it gets busy. When I was there, it was quiet, but a great place to visit if you're going to Seoul. Of course, there are many more stores in Seoul, but this is 2 of my favorites. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that when I went to Vienna the last couple of times, I was blown away by the amount of yarn stores they have in the city center, within walking distance of each other or easily accessible by public transport. So I've picked two of my favorite stores from Vienna. The first one is Laniato, and it's very close to the main train station, the one that goes directly to the airport. And what I liked about it is that it's a shared space between a plant store and a yarn store. And they also have a coffee shop inside. They have beautiful yarn. They have a lot, I'm trying to remember as I talk to you, petite knit accessories and samples. And they have a huge table at the back as well. And there were a couple of ladies knitting together at the front, in front of the coffee shop. And what I liked about the store is the smell, because it's close to the plant store. So you feel close to nature when you go there. And so accessible from the airport, from the main train station. My other favorite store in Vienna is WollWien. And the reason I like it is because it's located in the old part of town. You've got cobble street to get there. There's a church next door. It looks beautiful, and also when you enter, it's a bit like a museum. There's a beautiful painting at the back, and it doesn't look that big, but they have a lot of yarn, and they also have different samples that are exposed, so you can get some ideas. And you know, every time I go there, I fall in love with one of the samples they have shown in the shop, and they speak English. And last time I was there, they sold me a pattern in English, and they had to go and get it and bring it back. So I think I like their service and the way they look after the customers. And last but not least, it's only last because it's the last store I visited recently, and it's Wild Fiber Studio in Santa Monica. It was during my layover in Los Angeles, and I was really surprised. It's in a quiet area of Santa Monica, and the store is, it's really warm. When you walk in, I love the lighting. I love the way the shelves are located, the island for the shop assistant, and there's a table and there's a lounge. And I just felt like the store was wrapping itself around me. And they have so much yarn. They have many accessories and also lots of knitted samples. And this is where I get my inspiration. And I really liked this store. And bonus, it's not far from the beach. So you just walk half an hour, or you can take a Lyft or Uber, and you're at the beach. So win-win. I would love to know which one is your favorite yarn store from all the stores we visited together over these last 2 years. And also I would like to know which one is your personal yarn store. Maybe it's the one, your local yarn store, or a store you visited on your holidays, or something like this. I would love to know the name and the location. So maybe if I find myself nearby, I can go and visit it too. Or my followers can have a look as well. It's a great way to get some information. And I hope you get a lot of knitting done this week. And I will see you next week I will be in New York City. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your comments. You know I read them all and I always answer. Bisous, bisous. Mwah.